Hello everyone, this is Andrew and I am back with Game 24 of the first Reddit Open Tournament. And yes, as you can tell, we're not on Paddy Field right now. Don't worry, world's not coming to an end. Anyway, in this battle on the blue team, we have Snomme with a Blue Dragons motorized deck. And on the red team, we have NickDaMan with a Baltic front motorized. That's right, got a moto battle. Should make things mildly interesting, I guess. Or maybe not, you never know. Speed this right along. Yep. Anyway, there we go. Alright. So, we're at the battle. Looks like... So, obviously, we're on, nuclear winter is coming, so I'm pretty sure both players are going to be doing 2 command starts. Also, I think both players are also starting with an FOB. Yeah. Anyway. So, it looks like Snomme's only sending the command infantry in the UH-1H. That's... Yeah, it's going to be... Can't even remember what the South Korean command infantry is. Is that Bongbu? Bonbu? Or is that the Japanese? Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, so looks like he's just sending that down to golf to cap the side spawn. Looks like his main push, however, is going to be going down the middle. Looks like he might be trying to go for Foxtrot. It can work just because, you're right on your opponent's doorstep at that point for their main spawn, so they're going to have to react. On the other hand, the thing to remember is that basically between the 2 main spawns you have 4 points. In the bottom part you have 5. Or 7, depending if you want to count the side spawns. Anyway. Like, I know in the past especially, I've been focused more on this part, but also depends on what you're trying to do. Sometimes it's better to focus at top, sometimes it's better to focus bottom and middle. Anyway, let's actually get back to the game itself. So yeah, got a lot of HMVs. I'm not sure what that... This is Japanese, I know. Huduren? They're light infantry? Shock light infantry with the recoilless rifle, could it be? I guess... I know they may not be a half terrible idea, just because they will be able to one-shot all the XA-185s. Anyway, also have the KM-163, which is just Vulcan. And Nani Shiki G, which is fun. It's a glass cannon, but it has good accuracy and stabs, good AP power, good rate of fire, and it is auto-loaded. The first few rounds shoot fairly quickly, if I recall correctly. And it also has the Mark 19, which means that, medium to close range is very good against infantry. Between, nominal HE output of 30 HE a minute combined with LOL grenade launcher. Anyway. And over here we got another KM-163, KM-900. That's going to be Tukyeon's. No, it's not. That's going to be Susagadai, the 5-man South Korean recon team, I think. HMV, that's going to be Shumat. That's going to be PSAM, and that's just 50-point Nanayon Shiki. It has less armor and 1 less AP power than the G, and has a Browning instead of a grenade launcher. Not a lot of points in the field. Does he spend... Dave's a bunch put on planes? That's actually not... Also, let's not forget about NickDaMan. Also, not a lot of air defense, really. KM-163s are pretty short range and they have no stabs. Like, there's not even a short arrow, which is awesome. The Tansam, I do believe is what it is. Yeah. The long range one against helicopters. Anyway, so yeah, NickDaMan's also doing 2 command start. And has an FOB, as I pointed out earlier, and he has sending his command infantry down to Bravo. That's his spawn. Also has a lot of dudes here. Let's see. Chariot here. I guess it makes sense just because he's not, he has a lot of choices for his tank tab. It's mostly just going to be T-55s. Doesn't get any T-72s in it because it's motorized. Anyway, so I guess cheap fire support. Got, yep, KTs. That's going to be Yukari 90 in there. Oh, got the Musti. That appears to be a spike in there. And that looks to be Eroico in the XA180. Over here, got Mi-17. That's Polish. Oh, what could be in there? What kind of Polish infantry would you stick in a helicopter? Oh, it's probably Commandosi, which I guess wouldn't be a half bad pick in a motorized deck, just because you do have space to... You have the card space to bring them. And they're a good close quarters beat stick. You know, they're elite 15-man unit, so they can wreck infantry pretty good. Of course, they only have the RPG 16D, so their anti-tank capabilities are a little lackluster. Anyway, you have more Yakari 90 and KTs, more Rorico, and more spikes. These guys are probably heading for Delta. And then we see, yep, Recon T55M, Peon PSV, more Charioteers, more Rorico, more Yakari 90. Got the Spike MR. Did I call it a doorbell earlier? Wasn't paying attention. Whatever. You know what I mean. This is Spike. And then the KRKK, that's the grenade launcher one. It has their fires. The what is it? Is that the Nostrvani or whatever? Can't remember what they're called. 81mm immediately called out. And a ninja. Maybe he's saving up points to call in as soon as he captures Golf and just have him immediately go across. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. Both players have fairly significant presence going into the top part. And what is it? NickDaMan with his Baltic definitely has a qualitative advantage in terms of transport. I'm surprised there's no like Kiroku WAPCs or anything. Oh, these guys get caught up. Okay, yeah, you've dropped them to the forest. Oh, it's upvetted Suju Buntai. That's their rifle infantry. Yeah, Suju Buntai 90, something like that. Anyway, and it's okay. What's these guys? Okay, I was thinking of the militia team. This is the regular training team with the wheeled or the man-portable Musti. I don't know how well you can carry something like that on your back. Anyway, so both have captured their side spawns, and immediately I see a lot of stuff coming out from Snomme. So, yeah, Hachina Shiki's coming out. I got, oh, there you go, Kyoroku. KV-107, that's something in there. And Nana Yonshiki G. The Nana Yonshiki G is probably shootier than any of the tanks that Baltic has in its tank tab. And I'd say it's roughly on par with the Recon T55. This has better armor, slightly more gun is same power, same AP, but it's slightly less accurate and has much worse stats, and also shoots slower. So it's a trade-off. This thing also has optics and stealth, which is why I'd probably win in a straight-up fight because they'll get the first shot off. Oh, and these guys are just gonna fly right over them. It's the... That's what it is. That, yeah, was that in the Mi-17? Yep. Spadok Ronis... Yeah, fuck it. I always forget these guys exist. They're basically, they're airborne shock infantry. Oh, Kute got caught out. Looks like their Kyoroku got shot under them. Yeah, Susek, that is so weird. Why not like Tekhyunsa or something? Or JSDF Rangers. Yep, we do have Hojuren. Yep, KT's out. Yeah, these guys are basically flying, literally flying moat shoots them. You don't need to do any transport switching around fuckery to do that. And it looks like he knows something's in there. Maybe he saw him drive in. Yeah, NickDaMan is captured. Foxtrot, so that's giving him +2 right now. He's got this place nice and fortified. The Spike was shooting off at stuff. I don't see the Nyan Shiki G anymore, or the E, so I'm figuring they went down horribly. Yep, supply trucks coming up. Susek kind of in an awkward spot. They should probably be more about here to get best spotting. Yeah, it looks like Snomme's opening is just not paying off for him. He just sacrificed so much immediate, ground in the bottom part of the map, especially in Delta. And he just didn't really push much in between India and Foxtrot. He just got to the forest and stopped there. 21. I think they're roughly, yeah, they're basically stat clones of each other, I think. Or Spike's slightly more accurate. Yeah, 5% accuracy difference. Nope, Command Infantry are just out in the open, right next to their helicopter, so that could get exploded real nice on them. Got some KTs sneaking around the flank. That could be fun. Not to mention you have... Ooh, that's... Those guys were spotted. Yeah, they blew up the KM900 recon transport. Do you believe that's what it is? Yeah, KM900. Pretty basic. Anyway. GMATs are still there and they're potentially dangerous. But they'll probably just end up getting spotted. Not on Shiki either. I think the G would be a little bit better just because it does have the grenade launcher. Oh, NickDaMan's captured Alpha for that +4. Looks like Snomme's going to be a bit cautious with that Nana Yoshiki G. He doesn't want to get it suicided into anything. Oh, spotted the Musti, whatever that was. Not a lot of air defense. Which, when you consider how much NickDaMan likes to use his helicopters, that's a bit dangerous. And here comes the Spike. Oh, Susek Dai get caught on the open by the Akari 90. Oh, Spike actually missed. Oh, yeah, it looks like the KM900 managed to get kind of... Yeah, because Spikes were there, so they only have limited firing arc past that forest. Oh, flamethrower. Pretty fragile flamethrower, so it's not great, but I guess it's there if you need it. Oh, and it looks like more... However that is pronounced. Raskas in Korehema. Finnish. I still refuse to believe that is an actual language. No flank security from Snomme. These guys are going to be able to sneak past undetected. Just because neither Susek Dai or the KM900 really have the ability to see down there because they're too deep in the forest. Like, Susek Dai are not in a bad position. They could maybe be a little bit more forward so they can actually see forwards. But the KM900 is just in the middle, so it can't see anything. Looks like the Naniyoshiki G took it to the Takari 90. Oh. Spike is spiking. Oh, and it's spotted though. The KM900 spotting it. And it gets wrecked by the Naniyoshiki G. Moisushiro Buntai. It's a very odd choice. I'd say that, especially when they consider they come in HMVs, which are one of the worst. Oh. And the Naniyoshiki G goes down to another Spike team. Front hit too. Or actually could have been a side hit. I know. Oh, will 20. Does 21 front armor? I want to say that 8 frontal armor will survive a direct front will survive 21 AP, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. A one-shot 7 AP, but not 8. I'll leave 8 on 1 HP. If that makes sense what I just said. Oh, charioteers are getting shot up. I'm just, anyway, saying, like, yeah, Suishir Buntai, I know, like most Carl stuff, infantry, they're not great. Just because the Carl stuff's not bad, it's just okay. It's better, you're better off using it on a shock team. You know, Commandos 90 being the perfect example of that. So it's just simply okay in that form. But on line infantry, it's not great. It's okay. It's just not great. So I definitely think that Snomme would be better off using, or would have been better off using the Su 85 in the KM 200s, which are, you know, pretty standard 10.1 armor, 50 caliber field transport. Nothing special, just bog standard really. And no air defense here, so that KT is going to, once it aligns its, could go down to the Hachinada Shiki. Yeah, and it does. Because yeah, KBA 25s are a hoot. NickDaMan still has that +4 ticking. He's had it a +2 or +4 tick for, you know, a good chunk of the game, and that's now 346 conquest points to 1. And he's going to be capping Delta for the +5. However, Snomme is bringing out a Hachini Shiki CV, which is, yeah, it's a 1 armor command vehicle, so it's just kind of expensive, but not really. It's not necessarily the price, it's just that they take a massive availability hit for just not that much more survivability. Ooh. KT's busting move on that UH-1H. Oh, the Nanion Shiki E is there. Though, if they engage at close range, because they have 4 AP, these, yeah, just do the range scaling, they'll wreck that Nanion Shiki E if they catch it at close range. Oh, M67 Han. Alright, that's the Japanese fire support team. I guess they could be potentially dangerous against, say, you know, things like the Moosties, just because they can one-shot them, but they'd have to hit them to do it. Oh, looks like one of the KTs went down to the Nanion Shiki E on the move. Looks like he got a few shots on it, though. Oh, no, okay. Not quite sure what I was trying to say there. NickDaMan has a +3 and 416 conquest points. Not looking too good for Snomme here. Oh, and the Oroco are gone in. They're in close range. They're just going to wreck these guys. Oh, and there's mortar fire coming in to take. Is that a... what would be doing that? Talark 84? Really? That is in motor ice? So you can get a tracked... you can get a tracked 120mm mortar in motorized, but you can't get a tracked 81mm. Whatever. I guess it depends on the nation as well. Ooh, that Hachini Shiki CV is gonna have a bad day. Yep. I'm surprised he doesn't have anything there. Like, you should always have something here, because there's just so much force for the enemy to sneak down. So you gotta have eyes down here. Hachini Shiki is engaging some dudes in the open. Oh, and KRKKs are engaging. Oh, and Suro's a man. Yeah, there's just so many transports just engaging these Soju Buntai. It's just not going to go well for him. M67 Han's exhausted all of his ammunition. The Oroco are pretty messed up. Oh, P-Sam's forced to displace by the looks of it. Oh, and we got more shock on the ground. And yeah. And that is game. NickDaMan was victorious with 500 conquest points to Snomme's 1. NickDaMan had 1,280 kills to Snomme's 505. Alright, so front of that elephant in the room. Baltic motorized is, you know, it's a better deck than Blue Dragon's motorized, especially just because KT's, the XA185s are just so much better than most other transports that, in first of all in their price range, and second of all than Blue Dragons has. The only one that's comparable is the Kyoroku WAPC is better than the XA185 KRKK, just because it's 2 frontal armor. if you shall take a gander out over there. Japan. Vehicle. Yeah, Kyotoku. Has 2 frontal armor. XC-185 KRKK has 1. Definitely makes a difference, especially against all the, things that can't one-shot 2 AV that are kicking around. Not to mention it makes you more resistant to like 50, a 50 caliber can't shoot you from the front. Not to say that this is an amazing transport. It's just okay for what it is. I find it synergizes well in Blue Dragons just because basically Japan can bring the wheeled grenade launcher, and South Korea can bring the tractor grenade launcher. Or for transports, I'm referring to the 50-point transports. Anyway, aside from that, for the battle, I don't know, Snomme was just kind of doing an odd play. It looked like he was trying to do like an all-in at first into the top part of the map, but he just really didn't. He just looked like he just saved up a bunch of points so he could call out a bunch of guys in the bottom, and that just didn't work out for him because he just ended up giving up so much ground in the bottom part of the map. And he just did absolutely nothing in the top part. Just kind of sat there. Aside from that. That's the big one. I don't know, it's just... Also... Why was there no Tansam short arrows? That thing is amazing. If you can bring in your deck, you should bring it. Unless you prefer the Crotal, obviously. If you have to choose between the Tansam and the Crotal, it becomes more of a personal preference thing that I'm not going to get into. Crotal's a little bit more reliable. This just has more missiles to throw out. And it's fire and forget, so... if it gets destroyed after launching, you don't have to worry about the missile flying off into nowhere. But that is neither here nor there for this replay. Because the Tansam just didn't show up. Which is a shame, because it's fun. Anyway. I can say anyway any more often. But yeah, it's just... I don't know, it's just very odd play coming from Snomme. Ooh, bumping my microphone. And it just, I don't know, it's just kind of an awkward replay to watch, to be honest, and NickDaMan just... he ended it quickly. He just went and capped all the points because Snomme just gave up so much map control. And it was just... I don't know, he just wasn't very aggressive either. Neither player really was that aggressive. NickDaMan just kind of had that slow push going across the top of the map is really... that's really the biggest push in the game, is just that slow push he did across the top. Until, finally just said, okay, he'll drop. Even though that was right at the very end, so kind of irrelevant, but you get my drift, hopefully. Aside from that, not a whole lot else to say. It's just kind of, it was a short replay. But yeah, just NickDaMan played the map fairly standard for what for what you normally see on the map. NickDaMan played it fairly conventionally, nothing too out there. While Snomme was just, I'm guessing maybe he's not particularly experienced on the map, would be my first guess. He's not used to playing on it. Because there's a lot of people who just don't like Nuclear Winter is Coming and just don't quite get how to play it properly. I was like that for the longest while. And even then, even now, I'm still not 100% sure on the best way to play the map. And how the best way to go about doing things. But anyway, I'm just gonna call it here before I ramble on much longer. I am Xander Duron, and this was game 24 of the first Reddit Open Tournament. You guys have a lovely day.